What's going on YouTube? This is Irish Shadow speaking. I just wanted to upload this little video basically telling you guys how I basically broke in the new year. So it's pretty true story. It happened on actually January 2nd, 2015. What a day, huh? Anyway, the date I am currently recording this on is Saturday, January 3rd. So, yeah, this basically happened. Technically, by the time you guys see this, it will be technically Saturday. Anyway, I should explain. I live in Canada, and in Canada, you have certain, I guess, laws or rules that you need to abide by, as every other city and every other country does, right? No fucking argument there. It's just I don't really get some of the police in the city I live in. Um, well, in order to tell you what was going on, what happened, I should probably start at the beginning. So on the second, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning when I was basically recording one of the final videos for The Walking Dead season 1. It was actually the last video of the first chapter, and I had spent about an hour and a half recording it and editing it. So it was about 4 o'clock in the morning when I was done. So I decided there's no point in sleeping. So, and besides, I needed a pack of cigarettes. Anyway, so I go out at 3 in the morning, which is not unusual for me, not unusual at all. I'll usually go to the store, grab a coffee, and do whatever I do. And I would just like to state for the record now that I am 29. I was born in 85, so November of 85, do the math. And yeah, basically I do not have a criminal record. And thankfully to this day, I do not have a criminal record. Anyway, that's beyond the point. The point is that I went out after I was done recording everything. I went to a local Tim Hortons because 24 hours close to my house, easiest fucking thing in the world. And there's a 7-Eleven just down the street from that. Anyway, I went in to the Tim Hortons, and as I was walking in, I noticed a police officer talking to two young gentlemen outside of the Tim Hortons, and he was questioning them. And like the thing about the city I live in, there's a lot of financially underachieved people, if you know what I mean. Like there's a lot of poverty in my city, and it's sometimes I'm just going to leave it as people sometimes don't have anywhere to go. So, you know, they kind of tend to loiter around. And, yeah, that's basically all I'm going to leave it at. But I went in, I ordered my coffee. I paid. I, like, had a little conversation with the one waitress because she liked the sweater I was wearing. It was a black hoodie, and it has the Walking Dead symbol, like AMC's The Walking Dead, on the right side of the chest, or on the left side of the chest, and on the back there is like a picture of like 4 zombies made out of blood. Anyway, as I turn to leave the store, the cop comes in. So I said I thought I would do the nice thing, and I held the door for him. Well, for some reason, I guess he took offense to that. So like, he asked me, "What am I doing?" I was like, "I'm just holding the door for you." And he's like, "Okay, well, you planning on hanging out in front of the store too?" And I was just like, "No, I'm actually heading to the store. I got shit to do." I didn't say shit, but I got stuff to do. He's like, "Okay, well, just hang outside the store for a bit. I want to talk to you." I was like, oh, "Okay." So he goes into the store, and at that point, I didn't notice it at first, but I did notice that there was a homeless gentleman inside the Tim Hortons, and he was actually sleeping at one of the tables, which, yeah, is bad, but I guess out of the cold shelters in my city are becoming a little more scarce as the winter progresses. But regardless. So I wait outside, and I was having a smoke, and he comes out, and he has to see my ID, which I actually have no problem with. But there was one little issue. Um, like due to my injury, I am not legally allowed to have a driver's license. So like I can't carry my driver's license with me because it's technically expired. And like the difference between um, a driver's license in Canada and a health card in Canada is that technically a driver's license is like the top form of ID that is necessary. Anyway, my health card was expired because I had just recently got it renewed. It just hasn't arrived yet. Anyway, I show him my ID, and he's like, "Well, this is expired, right?" I was like, "Yeah, but all the information is technically correct." And I pointed out that there was a hole punched in the corner of my health card. Now, what that hole punch technically means, it means that even though my health card is expired, it technically means that that health card is still usable until the date that my new one arrives. That's what that means. So technically, it was all good. Anyway, um, so he took down my information. He ran a criminal record check on me, which I don't have a criminal record, thank God. Anyway, he took down my information, like where I lived, my phone number, my name, okay, and he asked me if I had any weapons on me. I said no, I don't have any weapons. So he's like, okay, do you have any narcotics on you? I was like, yeah, I have a pack of cigarettes, legal narcotics. I'm 29. Like, come on now. Anyway, he asked me if I had been drinking, and no, I haven't been drinking at all. So he made me do a breathalyzer, which I passed. I passed the breathalyzer. I was completely coherent, and he basically, like, at that point he was like, okay, well, get going home. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you out. Oh, no, no, no. He actually asked me why I was covered in blood. And I was like, I'm not covered in blood. And he's like, well, you have blood all over your sweater. So I actually took off my sweater and showed him that it was actually a design for The Walking Dead on my fucking sweater, which looks like it's made in blood, but it's not blood. Like, fucking get with the times, right? Anyway, he checked it out, and he's like, okay, well, I apologize for that. And I was like, okay, that's good. So he tells me to go on my way. And so I go to the 7-Eleven, I grab my smokes, and I go home. By the time I get home, it's about quarter to 6 in the morning. So I was like, I gotta take my dog out. So I get my dog out and I bring him down to the park, just down the street from my house, like not even 3 minutes. And this fucking cop car comes flying out of nowhere and slams on the brakes. Guy gets out. Same fucking guy from Tim Hortons. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Well, I thought I told you not to leave, not to go outside anymore today." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm also 29 and I have to walk my dog. I walk my dog every day around 6 in the morning." And he's like, "Well, he's like, which direction is your house?" I was like, "It's 5 second, it's like 5 minutes down the road." And he's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to drop your dog off and you're gonna have to come with me downtown." And I'm just like, "What? For what reason?" He's like, "Breachable peace." Breachable peace and suspicion of mischief. Really? Like, come on. Like, I don't fucking get it. Okay, so I go down to the police station. It's now officially like 7 in the morning. Fucking like they asked me if there's anyone I want to call. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to call my lawyer." So I call my lawyer and I get no response from him until about 11 in the afternoon. Like 11 in the morning, pretty much. So, I basically just said, "You know what, fuck this. I'm gonna pay my own bail." So I paid my own bail. 260 fucking dollars. 260 fucking dollars. Why? Because I went to a Tim Hortons at fucking like 3 in the morning, bought myself a coffee, went to the store, bought myself cigarettes, and then I decided to walk my dog. So like a $2.10 coffee, an $8 pack of smokes, and walking my dog was enough for me to be arrested, and I had to pay my bail for $260. And not only that, is I have to show up to the police station on Monday to submit to a drug test. So yeah, fucking what? We're now 3 days into the new year, and I've already been arrested for doing three things I've done pretty much every fucking day since 2012. I am so impressed. But anyway, that was how I pretty much welcomed in the new year. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me what any little stories that you have been through, you've been arrested for. And yeah, happy fucking New Year. But anyway, it's all gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm not going anywhere. I still don't have a criminal record, so basically these cops, they got fucking nothing on me, and I guarantee that they never fucking will. Anyway, I shall talk to you guys some other time. This is Irish Shadow, and I'm out.